So glad we did that, man. That was worth it. That was fun. It was good TV.
Good, good.
All right. And just in case, yep, that right there works just fine. All right, and just look at me, and let me get your first and last name, just in case someone else cuts this up.
My name is Brad Bishop.
And your title that you want used on the air.
As Bishop Brad.
The host of Pepper TV?
The host of Pepper TV. I'm known as Bishop Brad in the chili world.
And how did you start this? Where did all this come from?
I'll tell you this. I'm originally from Virginia. And when I moved to Texas, I've always loved Mexican food. Well, moving to Texas, I was introduced to all the wonderful Mexican cuisines. And I realized that one of my favorite things about Mexican food was their salsas. And how they all had their own different fingerprint, their own different DNA. And I became a salsa man. I loved salsa. So that's truly what got me into the spicy world, was Mexican food.
And how did that translate into you making? How does the tell us what Salsas for Causes is, because that's really the real reason why we're here.
Absolutely. Salsas for Causes is, I'll tell you how I came across it. Being a father and having to provide a gallon of milk on the table for 3 sons weekly, I've never really truly had the money to be able to help. Sometimes living paycheck to paycheck. But I grow peppers. I grow some of the hottest peppers in the world, but I'm a hobby grower. I remember having so much peppers that I didn't know what to do with them. So I contacted a buddy of mine by the name of Tom Salter. We created the very first Salsas for Causes Bishop Brad Charity Collection bottle, where 100% of the proceeds, we did a run of them, autographed them, numbered them, sold them, and 100% of the proceeds went to help children for Christmas, be able to have a Christmas. And that was the beginning of a lot of love to be spread throughout the chili world with my peppers that I grow.
Where are we now? Tell us about that.
You are in the Pepper Chamber of Love. This is where it all goes down. This is where chili heads can unite on my channel, Pepper TV, and us learn about all the salsas from all over the world, learn about all the different peppers from all over the world. This is where I hold the NPL, which is the National Pepper League Hot Sauce Football Championship ever done in the world. But this was really just truly my man cave, where I can come on down here and be who I want to be and do what I want to do and add spice to the spice world.
And how much have you raised through Salsas for Causes for all these various charities and things? Do you have total?
A total amount, I'd probably have to say a guesstimate of probably, I would imagine, hopefully at least a minimal of $5,000. I would hope so with that. We have a lot more to come this year. So these peppers that you saw that have been dehydrated, there's going to be a lot more peppers to be distributed this year for a lot more charities.
And what's the highest auction off Salsas for Causes bottle? What did it go for? Who did it go to?
Well, it was actually this actual bottle right here, and I'll show it to you, was the Bishop Brad Pepper Lucha 2013 Reserve. This bottle sold for $125 a bottle.
And that money went to?
That money went to this actual company. This is one of my favorite hot sauce companies out there, Tat's Original. And they were needing to cut out their middleman to help them produce what they needed to produce to help get them going and rocking. So we came together with a bottle, and this was actually the only one that I actually helped a hot sauce company help get their feet off the ground. They didn't need that much, but this sold for $125 a bottle and sold completely out.
What's that? You can go ahead and set it back down. Woo! Caught round 2.
You hanging in there, baby.
So what was it like? What's it like for you every time you make a batch of these peppers and you make it and send it off to a company, and then you come back and you're able to raise money and you're able to do some good with that? What's that feeling like when you're able to grow something from your backyard, work with some people, and then help a needy cause like Wounded Warrior Project?
It is the biggest blessing and feeling ever. Um, it's not about me, and I think what I'm learning through this process is if you help others and always put yourself second. I've always put myself second. I love to help people. And this was a channel, this was an avenue for me to be able to do that. But I can't take full stride in this. I can't take full credit in this. If it wasn't for the hot sauce companies that came together to help these creations come to life, Sauces for Causes wouldn't be there. This year we had a number of growers actually contribute their peppers too. So I want to give much love to the growers out there, much love to the hot sauce companies, and but most importantly, just us coming together as people to help people. And I think the blessing of that is what's happening right now, is me being able to even have an interview with you, and that's great.
To make the Sauces for Causes thing, to be able to get into that community and be able to find ways to help in there, that's got to be a lot of fun too, to work with them and figure out, I grew this pepper, what can you do with this, and then, to taste them when they come back. How much fun is that?
Very, very. The biggest fun is seeing a creation and a vision come to life. When you send these peppers and you have this idea and you bounce these ideas off these hot sauce makers, and then the product comes about and the vision's been created and it's been done, and you're seeing the label and the way it looks and the rarity of it, and then that 100% of the proceeds from that bottle are going to go 100% to somebody that really, really needs that money. And then you have the consumer that actually buys the bottle, who's happy to attain the bottle, to either add to their collection or to eat it. But to know that not only the consumer got a bottle that they wanted, but 100% of the money that went toward that bottle went to go help somebody. Not only does the consumer, not only does me, not only does the hot sauce maker, but the whole entire creation of it entering everybody's hands and it becoming what it is just one big. It's a story. It's happiness. It's giving. It's Christmas all year long. And I think that's what I love. I love Christmas, and I love giving. That's what I love to do.
Giving some heat.
That too, baby.
What is in the mind of a salsa collector? Why is it important to have these things, to preserve these things?
It's hard being a salsa collector. And let me tell you why. It's very expensive. Because you just can't buy one bottle. You have to buy two. You have to buy one to collect and one to eat. Now, when you start getting into the $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 range for some hot sauce bottles, that's when you know you have an obsession. And it can easily become an obsession. But the mind of a collector is exactly just like anybody who would collect football, baseball cards. Anybody who collects Coca-Cola products. Anybody who collects anything. And some people collect wine and champagne. I collect hot sauce.
Perfect. Anything else you want to add just about being on Pepper TV, about kind of infiltrating this world and becoming a part of it, from growing to manufacturing to what has the pepper world taught you?
What the pepper world has taught me is that no matter what format it is, whether it's the broccoli form, whether it's the tomato form, whether it's the pepper form, there's one thing that chili heads have, I feel, an advantage over. We're hot-headed. We're all brothers and sisters. And it's a big competition. And I think, and all around, we all got each other's back. We love each other. We're all growing together, whether we're growers or hot sauce makers or reviewers. But the hot sauce industry is about to explode much bigger than it already is coming. It's building. And you're going to see, no matter where we go, it's fueling. It's becoming something much greater. And what I've learned out of it is I've learned to give.